Oh. Bear guards them, man.
I am Bearguard Zeman, though I was once known by another name. I see you have brought quite a number of fledglings under your wing, Van. Very interesting.
Not as interested as the dead man who's back from the grave. I'm sure how you manage that.
That is a very long story. Another time, perhaps.
Well, I do need the story.
Hard to believe it's already been 5 years. Even harder to believe you're the same troublemaker I once knew. And that those same words of wisdom would come from your mouth, no less. I see you are living in accordance with your own principles.
Please, I didn't do anything. I just echoed the words of a much wiser man. Is my man being bashful? Never thought I'd see the day. It's certainly a rare sign. It's rather cute, to be honest. Oh, shove it. Well, you did do a good job putting Marielle at ease. Yes, I think you helped her regain some of her old spirit.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you. I'm such an idiot. I just got tunnel vision and let myself get all carried away. Dingo always warned me about this. But look at me. I haven't learned a thing.
Marielle.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you not to push the envelope. That's in a reporter's job description. Just make sure you don't forget what Dingo said. Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue on how to move forward in the gap between the two.
You used to tell me that a lot back when we first met. As long as you don't stop thinking there's gonna be a way to bridge that gap, you just gotta find it. We're working on his last request right now. We won't be able to do it alone, but we are planning to make up for our shortcoming with help from others. Hell, I won't be surprised if that brought us to you before long. We'll need help from more than shady folks. So keep your head high and let's all do the jobs we are best for, if nothing else than to prove his words right.
Right! I don't know how much of a contribution I'll be able to make, but I'll start being more mindful of my cans and wants, and I'll do it while finding a way to move forward.
Those words were quite touching, very befitting of you and of Mr. Brad. Yeah, they resonate deeply with me as well. Thinking about the gap between what I can do and what I want to do is an interesting thought experiment, if nothing else. Can we please move on from this topic? Oh yeah, I should let my employees introduce themselves. Agnes, you go first. Glad my name is... Ah. No presentation, okay. Oh. Wow, that's quite a history, honestly. I had trouble keeping up with it all. So you were among the 12 knights who lead the church grass leader? What, do you want to mention Kevin? I have heard much about various exploits, Roaring Lion. It's a famous name in a lot of circles, so it's not surprising.
Once again, that name is no longer mine. I would ask that you keep that in mind.
Fuck you, game. Why you don't left that dialogue right there so I can contemplate Kevin, Wazzy, them, Gaius. Oh my god, my brain. Fucking Kevin is right there in the picture. Now we know why we passed you on the way to Longley. So you arranged our invitation there, and I'm guessing a few others played a part in that as well. Namely Professor Hamilton, Haven's future elder, the Crown Prince of Elsame and former President Rocksmith, am I correct?
Bullseye. I happen to be acquainted with all of them, including the Grand Prince of Elsime and Elder Guillen. The former president was anxious to make your acquaintance, and I believe meeting him would prove to be beneficial for your future.
I don't trust him.
Though it pains me that a well-intentioned invitation coincided with such a horrific tragedy.
Hey, it's not like you could have seen that one coming. Even if we haven't been in Longley, we would have been powerless to stop it regardless. Yeah, the only one could have foretold that would be the goddess herself. Anyway, I knew you have off to the Empire after you finished training me 5 years ago. Then I hear you beat the dust during a border dispute in North. They say you laid down your life protecting one of your students. Goddamn, I'm dumb. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Oh my god. Thank you for reminding me, game. Oh my god. Your ability, Gaius. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dumb. I'm dumb. Gaius. But here you are, alive, and well, you cheated death and carry on living, just without your title and mark. Won't pry into what you have been doing all these years, but can you at least tell me why you never contact me?
Before I answer, I should note that you were not the only one in the dark. I did not reach out to my other students either, and I never intended to do so. I wanted you all to walk your own paths, and I intended to leave my survival a secret, a trump card that I could pull out in the wake of a crisis.
Bah. Guessing you figured it was time to play that card then, to help us with this crisis.
Correct. I have news regarding the Mafia Almada and the assassins of the Gardens. Their whereabouts were discovered several hours ago.
Where?
Almada's leader and executives, as well as the Garden's overseers, have established a new base, and it is located in a city within this very country. What's more, that information has been passed around to all the major players in this nation.
Wait, all of them? Guess that means the army, the police, and the guild are all in the know. I assume Haven and other Jaeger Corps are also aware of this new base?
Yes. I imagine they are all preparing to take action at this very moment. This country's supreme authority is no exception. They have resolved to quell the unfolding chaos. And they will do so by any means necessary, even if that involves fighting one evil with another.
So that's what Jean was talking about earlier. I'm sure many Jaeger's corps will be all over this, my people included. Margduke headquarters will likely be making their move as well. You can't be serious. All of these groups are going to flood the city at once? So where do you stand in all this, Master? By the sound of it, these people are gonna try to capture Armada alive, or go after their heads. Some may even be aiming to get their grubby little hands on one of those nuclear devices. That would be really bad. Granted, I don't know how likely that is. Just having one of those things will make you public enemy number one. It ain't a straight though, there's plenty of historical precedent for groups using artifacts as weapon. So, given the stakes, what are you planning to do?
As it stands, I am effectively dead. If the people of my former home decide to act, I will not join them, nor stand in their way. However, now that the gift of life has been bestowed upon me once more, I intend to honor it by supporting the youths whose futures are so bright. And also, to keep them safe from venomous fiends, like these unwanted guests of yours.
What? Hey, we're busy here. Afraid you will have to come back another day.
That's so. What a shame. And after we came all this way to give you a job, and a little souvenir from your reporter friend.
Fine, get in here.
Knew that'd reel you in. Thanks, bud.
Do excuse us.
Oh. Oh. What the fuck is going on? I recognize you too. It's the shady duo from the nightclub in Tarbat. I also met you back in Longley.
Oh, you recognized me after all?
Nice to finally meet you all, ladies and gentlemen of Arkride Solutions. Oh, now there's a face I never thought I'd see again.
Oh, neither did I. Tell me, what's a dead man doing out of his coffin?
I was granted life once more, and I don't need to tell you the reason why, because you already know.
No need to give us the death glare, you old fossil. We've traded many friendly blows in the past, haven't we? Why don't we bury the hatchet? Let's be like the Jaegers. Embrace yesterday's foe as today's friend.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline. At the Azure Abyss... Oh! Have the Azure Abyss or the late Steel Maiden made a suggestion, I would have enterprised the thought. Oh my god! Not for you though, never in a million years. They're the Sharon!
He's got your number, dear. No one will ever reconcile with you. And for that, you've no one to blame but yourself.
You're on thin ice. But your words are laced with the truth, venomous though they are.
I get it now. You're the guy the direwolf and Rain warned us about. You're part of our board, yeah! And one of their highest ranking members, yeah! Harwood the Thousand Oathbreaker.
The name's Elroy Harwood. I'm the fourth Anguis. But you can just call me the Oathbreaker. Everyone does.
I am Enforcer number 3, Lucrezia Isoli.
Enforcer? Wait. The Anguis was supposed to be 2 in 1. Like 2 people, 1 title of Anguis. No big deal here, oh my god.
I'm delighted to make your acquaintance, Arkride Solutions.
Chill music, you know? Hey, put that away, this is a smoke-free building.
Really now? Very well. I promise I won't smoke in here. Ooh, accidentally went and made an oath there. And I can't afford to keep those. I've got a reputation and a title to uphold, you see. Gotta break an oath or two from time to time.
From time to time? You break oaths and rules as easily as you breathe.
I love her.
True. Anyway, on to business. I want you to go on a little trip for me.
Are you for real? You are joking?
What? You're not up for it? Strange. I thought I heard you took work from anyone.
Yeah, if the work's reasonable, and if I like you, and your likability is going up in smoke faster than the tobacco in that cigarette. I know you guys are after Armada Hell. You probably know where they are at too. But before we ask you where that is, I need to know why you have come to us.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I really gotta spell it out? It's 'cause you kids will make things way more fun.
Fun? How can you ever say that? There's nothing fun about this whole ordeal. Don't waste your energy on this guy. He isn't someone you can appeal to with logic or reason.
The Society has already decided its course of action for this whole thing, and I'm leading the charge.
What?
Enforcer number 3 will be backing me up, and so will Enforcer number 8, who you already know so well. The goal's to round up the members of Armada and the Gardens, and murder every last one of them.
I see, and you ain't doing so in the name of justice, I'm guessing.
Nope. Had they kept to their little dog and pony shows, we wouldn't lay a finger on them. Honestly, I rather enjoyed kicking back and watching them wreak havoc. But they've become a threat to our plans now, and we can't have that. If those little bugs want to punch above their weight, then we'll crush them beneath our feet.
Though no doubt it will be easier said than done. They're both troublesome and insidious, and some rather formidable guests will be joining their party.
Right, you will have some fierce competition.
Everyone's got different aims here. Some want them brought to justice. Some want them dead and buried. Heyue will surely be joining the fray, and I'll bet the Jaeger Corps will be after their bounty. I'm guessing Marduk HQ will be there too, yeah?
More than likely. The guild won't stand idly by either. Same goes for the gods. Artifacts are involved in this after all. And I won't be surprised if other forces from the church show up.
All right. You got students in other parts of the church, not just the Gralsritter. Things are gonna get interesting then. Must be tough being a master. I don't envy you.
If that's what fate has in store, then I'll follow it. You needn't concern yourself with me.
Regardless, that should serve as the basic overview of the situation. Almada and the Gardens will not be the only sources of mischief in that city. One wrong move and the whole affair could turn into an indiscriminate bloodbath. So someone ought to keep an eye on the little guys, don't you think?
In other words, civilians may get killed and you aren't gonna look after them. You guys are scum. Still, if Almada really does have another nuclear weapon in their possession, we have no other choice but to get involved.
You can use whatever justification you want. I don't really care why you join, just so long as you do. 'Cause if you don't, this whole thing will be a snooze cruise from start to finish. I need you kiddos to prevent this battle from being too one-sided.
The hell do you mean by that?
The Guild's the only one in this brawl that's going to be fighting for the common man. If we add you to the mix, however, it'll make for a more balanced blend. A recipe that's made for chaos. Oh, and should you happen to run into us, I'd like you to come at me knives out, and ready to cut me into a million little pieces. I'm very much into that sort of thing.
You're angry. It's difficult. You are one masochistic bastard. Well, we got our reason for chasing Almara down, so I'm not opposed to doing this on the side. But first, I need to get one thing straight. I have a hunch you guys have some connection to either Almara or the Gardens. So spill it. What kind of relation does Ouroboros have with the popcorn?
Huh. Well, it isn't a close one, if that's what you're wondering. We haven't exactly been keeping in touch as of late, but your hunch is on point. We do have a connection with the Gardens.
You see, the two of us were once part of the Order of the Moonlight Horse, an organization of assassins. 14 years ago, Ouroboros destroyed the Order, but they extended a hand to the two of us and brought us into the fold. Although they did not do the same for many of its other members. The society is a small group of elites, and they only accept the best and brightest. Fortune had not abandoned them, however. Shortly after, another villainous group was nearly wiped out in a major operation. My companion here herded the lost sheep of both groups and let them form their own flock.
Wait, you don't mean...
Huh. Has it already been 14 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun, and the Society has offered me a wealth of entertainment.
From the data available to Marduk, there is only one operation that matches her story. I really hope IN-A the one I'm thinking of. Please tell me the group you are talking about isn't.
It's exactly as you think. The DG Cult. You know the ones. The devil worshippers that spread chaos across the Republic and the continent as a whole.
No way, I've heard about the finds from Chao, and I hear about them from Granny.
I brought the remnants of the Moonlight Horse and the DG Cult together and set them loose on the world. That's how the Gardens were created. They find seeds that are scattered by the wind and grow them into fresh assassins that are ripe for the picking.
The Emperor... He's a demon. The fuck?
Had I left them alone, the founding members would have rotted away, and their budding talent would have died on the vine. But by mixing the leftovers of the cult and the Order, I created a chemical reaction more potent than my wildest imagination could have conjured. I gave that one domino a little push, and look at all the tragedies and pain that befell the world.
How could you? So this is all your fault. I take back what I said earlier. You aren't just a masochist bastard, you're also a sadistic monster.
Can't say you're wrong. My colleagues, like the Wellspring Alchemist and the Professor, never go far enough for my tastes. But that's humanity for you. No one's the same. We've all got our own desires that make us tick.
Yeah, and those things that make you tick just so happen to tick me off. I get what you want us to do though. It also comes at the perfect time, given Dingo's last request. Van, I don't like the idea of getting involved with these shitheads, but you may be right. So this gathering will include Marduk, Eowyn, the Guild, and many other formidable groups. Loth as am I to admit it, we may require their aid if we are to force our way inside. Sure, there's another way. Yeah, I don't want to help a pair of cold-blooded killers.
Oh, you do not need to think of it as helping us. You may instead think of it as entering a mutually beneficial relationship, where our goal is simply to use one another for our own ends.
I can take charge of laying the groundwork for the requests you'll get at the city. Those will keep you plenty busy. I'll even throw in a couple that'll give you a real thrill.
As long as you don't sleep a track or two in them.
My, they really don't trust you, do they?
Anyway, sounds like we have ourselves a deal. Oh, almost forgot the other reason I came to this little office. Here's that souvenir I mentioned earlier.
Are you sure it's safe?
If you're worried about radiation, don't be. The professor, our technical expert, looked into the matter, and he found no traces of it whatsoever. The 3 disciples are probably racking their brains about that mystery this very moment.
There is no radioactive contamination, but all of the theory we have suggests... No, wait, perhaps they don't apply because the bomb was detonated in a non-traditional manner. I'm so lost. Hang on a sec. You navigate the camera before the authorities lock the scene down? Won't ask how you managed to get there ahead of the cop, cause I hear the answer. You be leaving this room with a big old black eye.
Ooh, scary.
It's in our hands now, Dingo.
Guess we'll be off. We wouldn't want to overstay our welcome now, would we? I can hardly wait to see how you and those relics of yours will liven things up.
He knows about the Genesis. Haven't got a clue what you're about, so you're gonna tell us where we are going or not.
Why don't you ask the defanged lion? I've done enough talking for one day.
Well then, have a lovely rest of your day.
Glad you were here, Master. Thought I would have been able to keep my cool otherwise. Nonsense, you would have handled things just fine on your own. You held your ground well against them. You've grown into a fearless leader in my absence. I think you're giving me too much credit. Alright guys, I'm gonna ask that you all stay here. I'm going solo on this one. But why? Cause it's too dangerous. This is their turf, and everyone there will be playing by their rules. There's no telling what will happen there, and I can be a lot more flexible if I'm on my own. But I can make an exception for Master. I figured I'm gonna need his help at least. You figure right, that is precisely why I came in the— Oh my god! Will guys be there? Don't get me wrong, oh wait, was he? I will need you to gather info, be the point of contact for the groups, work with the guild, and...
You done flapping your gums yet? Good, because I stopped listening when I heard the words, "It's too dangerous."
I appreciate that you're worried about us, I really do. However...
We all have our reasons for wanting to go along with you. Mine is to ensure the nuclear devices can never again be used for malicious means.
Marduk considers this crisis to be a matter of grave concern, so it is only logical that I also accompany you.
You said it yourself. I'm not even a part-timer here to begin with, which means you can't order me around. I'm a phantom thief, so I'm gonna steal this show whether you like it or not.
Come on, you guys.
I haven't been stealing my nerves all this time for nothing. I'm not letting anything get between me and my sweet, sweet revenge. Even if you fire me, I'll just hitch a ride with Heiyue instead.
And I'd try to join up with the warriors of Kruga. I would really rather go with everyone here, though. I want to tackle this thing head on, the Spriggan way. Naturally, I would like to accompany you as well. Not just because of the Genesis, though I'll admit that is a factor. More importantly, I feel this conflict is born from the source of Calvard's turmoil, the distortions in the everyday world I know and the underworld. If my feeling is correct, then I must see this through to its conclusion. I recognize this may be a harrowing experience for me, but even so, I am determined to confront the harsh realities that lie in wait. So take me with you, Van. Please.
Agnes.
Wow.
Somehow I knew it'd end up like this one way or another. Unlucky for you though, the trouble isn't happening on a weekend or during a school trip. You're gonna have to play hockey.
I know, and I do feel guilty about it. Still, I have a plan in mind, so don't worry.
Starting to think I'm a bad influence. I'll make sure you get paid in advance, that way you will have the mirror for the bribed and hush money.
I wasn't planning on going that far!
Wow, Van's right. He really is a bad influence on you.
Okay then. Now that we've got all that squared away, mind sharing the location of the base?
Right. We need to know where they are so we can kick their sorry butts.
Very well then. The base of operations is located in the third largest city in the Republic, as well as its oldest. It is also the place where the terrorists of Calvard get much of their funding. The old city capital, Rossion. That is where they have set the stage for their carnival of chaos.
No, you can continue. Why they didn't allow Van to talk? Why? I pay the voice actor. Huh?
Those are impressive results.
Huh?
There, God Zeman. I may have lost my life once, but that alone would never be enough to stop me.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
All the lights, they're passing by, and all my thoughts, they multiply. I see it flash before my